In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about Facebook advertising, and I'm going to be sharing with you a very simple strategy that you should be using in your small business to ensure that you get the best possible return on your marketing spend by spending the least possible amount of money advertising on Facebook. If you want to learn what this exact strategy is, stay tuned. Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for checking out my content. I really appreciate it. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Kurt Buchanan, and on this channel I teach people how to make money online, especially with e-commerce. So if you want to learn how to make money with e-commerce and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I do highly recommend that you get subscribed to my channel right now, because I'm always putting out some really good quality content with new tips and tricks to help you to maximize your earning potentials from your e-commerce business. Alright, so with that said, let me jump straight into it and show you guys exactly what you need to do to reduce your Facebook advertising spend for your e-commerce business. Okay guys, so if you've been advertising on Facebook for any extended period of time, what you would have realized is that Facebook advertising costs continuously increase. It's getting a little bit more expensive to advertise on Facebook. And this can be very detrimental to a lot of businesses, especially for us guys who are doing drop shipping. We most of the times rely on very slim margins to operate our businesses. So if advertising costs gets overly expensive, it will put a lot of businesses out of commission. Alright, so we have to find creative ways to continue to market to the target audience, to get targeted traffic to our websites very affordably, so we can continue to sell and actually make a profit. So in this section of the video, what I'm going to be doing is to share with you guys two different scenarios. One scenario, which is going to be scenario number one, is the current scenario, the current way that 99% of people actually use Facebook to market. Scenario number two is going to be the strategy that I've been testing, which is working pretty well so far, that I encourage you guys to test out as well to market your dropshipping business. And this will ensure that you reduce your advertising spend by up to 50%. Alright, so that can be very significant for a lot of dropshipping business. Alright, so let me show you guys exactly what's happening right now as it relates to advertising your dropshipping business on Facebook. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you're honest with yourself, will admit that you're guilty of doing exactly what I'm about to point out to you guys right now. Alright, so this right here is your Facebook ad. Alright, so this is your button, and your button says learn more, right? Or shop now, or whatever it is. On your Facebook ad, you're advertising, let's say this is a waist trainer, right? So you're targeting obviously female, and you're targeting people who are into beauty, people who want to look sexy, and that's a product you're pushing on Facebook. Next to that, I'm going to draw out your website. Alright, so this is typically how 99% of newbies advertise on Facebook. So let's say, for example, Mrs. Green is in your target audience, and she goes to Facebook and she sees your ad, and she's obviously interested in a waist trainer, and she clicks on your ad, but she's cold. Alright, so she has never heard about your business before. She has never interacted with your business before. So she's not quite sure, but she sees the ad. The ad is possibly really great, and she clicks on your ad and she goes to your website. So this is what happens. Alright, so she sees the waist trainer, she checks it out, she really likes it, but then she comes to her senses and she realizes that, hey, I'm not really sure what this business is about. She hasn't quite developed a know, like, trust factor for your business. And what tends to happen at this point is that she will click off your ad, click off your website, and go back to either Facebook or go to browsing some other website. Alright, so for sure you will have your Facebook pixel installed, and a lot of people will say, well, I will have some data on Mrs. Green, so I can retarget Mrs. Green, and hopefully she will come by. Alright, so that's exactly what you're doing. You're hoping that even by creating a retargeting ad campaign, using your pixel data and showing Mrs. Green your ad once again in a couple of days, that she clicks on your ad, goes back to your website, and actually buys your product. So this is now your retargeting ad. Mrs. Green goes back to Facebook in a couple of days when you're creating your lookalike audience or your retargeting campaign. She sees the ad once again, and she clicks on that ad and she goes to your website, but she still does not buy your product. Alright, so that is why a lot of you guys who are newbies, a lot of people spend a lot of money testing products, $100, $200 testing products, and you blow through your budgets. You're getting clicks, but you're not getting any sales. That's because you're trying to get sales using cold traffic. You don't have any brand recognition, and people just have not developed a know, like, trust factor for your business. So you end up burning through a lot of your advertising budget and not making any money. All right, so that's the current scenario. That's how 99% of people actually market on Facebook. That's how I used to do it. So don't feel too bad about it. But this is what you can do now when you're testing products to actually reduce your advertising cost from, say, $100 to $50, maybe even way less than that. All right, so let me go once again. So this is your ad right here. All right, so you're selling the same product, but you're doing it in a slightly different manner. All right, so what I encourage you to do in the second scenario right here, which is the strategy, is to, instead of setting up an ad campaign for the waist trainer, what you're gonna do is to try to capture Mrs. Green's email address, so you can do email marketing, which is very much more affordable than advertising on Facebook, and the return on that can be even 10 times what you can make from a Facebook ad. All right, so this is how I'm doing it. What I'll do is to go ahead and create like a checklist or a cheat sheet or a meal plan and advertise that on Facebook to the exact target audience, which includes Mrs. Green. So I would say, hey, here's a free cheat sheet which will show you guys how to lose 10 pounds in a week. All right, Mrs. Green is still in this target audience. So Mrs. Green comes to Facebook, she sees the ad and she clicks on it. But instead of sending Mrs. Green directly to my website, I send Mrs. Green to a landing page. All right, so this landing page I create on ClickFunnels, which makes it very easy to do, very easy to set up. And on this landing page, once Mrs. Green clicks on this ad and goes to my landing page, right here she sees a preview of the checklist that she's gonna get, and just below that she will have to enter an email address to get this checklist to her inbox. All right, so once she enters her email address at Mrs. Green, then I will have that email address automatically added to an autoresponder. All right, so right now what I did right there was to use reciprocity, which is something I spoke about in one of my previous videos, which is a psychological factor that works wonders in marketing. If you don't know what that is about, I'm going to leave a link to that in the card so you guys can check out that video at the end of this video. All right, so in this case I can set up an autoresponder. You can send emails using get response, which is what I use. Works very well. And from this autoresponder, I will send Mrs. Green a series of emails every single day or every other day. And in those emails, from the initial email that I send in my autoresponder will be links to my Shopify website or my dropshipping store on whatever platform I decide to use. And once she opens this email and click on that link, she is directed to my website where she can actually purchase that product. And until she purchases that product or unsubscribe from my email list, I can continue to send her emails extremely cheaply. For pennies, I can actually continue to market to Mrs. Green, as opposed to creating retargeting ads and running various ads on Facebook, hoping that she buys. All right, so an email list doesn't necessarily mean that she must buy, but at least you will spend a lot less money trying to get her to buy your product, as opposed to actually setting up Facebook ads and running retargeting campaigns hoping that she buys. All right, so really hope this video was informative for you guys, and if you like this video, let me know by liking the content. If you have any questions about using this strategy to actually market on Facebook, let me know in the comments. And guys, once again, please go ahead and get subscribed to my channel, because I'm always releasing great quality content with tips and tricks to help you to grow your businesses online. All right, so that is where I'm going to leave you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.